Okay guys, welcome back to another video on a Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and we have got the Moors Sniper, the brand new sniper that has just been added into the game. And don't ask what's going on with my graphics, I really don't know. It's been doing it for like the last 3 games, or ever since the season updated. My game just doesn't seem to load in properly. I can lay down and see under the map, I don't really know what's going on, it's all over the place. Let me know if your game's going through the same thing, or if it's just mine for some weird reason. But yeah, we've got the brand new sniper, and honestly, I don't think I'm going to be taking it into a dark ether zone or anything like that, but I do want to test the gun out, because it's a very powerful weapon in multiplayer. It's a very good gun in Warzone, so it should be a one-shot to basically any part of the tier 1 zombie, which is exactly what we'd expect. But as you can see, zombies are going through the floor as of right now, which I don't really know what's going on. But as you can see, you almost have to like bolt the gun, and it has like this little charge animation every time you do shoot. So I'm interested to see if we are going to get any extra shots if we do pack-a-punch it. I'm thinking maybe it could be something like the crossbow. If you guys have used the crossbow before, you'll know exactly what I mean. After you pack-a-punch for the first time, you're actually going to get 3 shots every time you do shoot. I'm also going to try and find a better part of the map, because this part is completely bugged right now. Hopefully if I can get to a different part of the map, it's going to fix the problems we're having. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like I'm just going to run through the bottom of the ground for some reason. And yeah, what's going on right now, I really do not know. But like I said, it's been doing it since the updates come out. Like, this is what all of my games have looked like. So it's not just this game in particular or this lobby. It's been happening in every game that I've played. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm hoping that what you can do is maybe once you pack-a-punch this once, which we'll do in just a moment's time, by the way, I just want to see if we maybe can get more than 1 shot out of the gun. You know, speed cola might be useful actually to bolt this action in a little bit faster, you know, get that next bullet prepared. Might just allow us to snipe a little bit faster. I'm going to get into the tier 2 zone, see what sort of damage we can do to the tier 2 zombies, and then we will tier 1 pack-a-punch it. Yeah, if anyone knows what's going on with my graphics, by the way, please do let me know in the comments, because like I said, it's been since the start of the new season coming out. My games have just looked like this every single lobby. Don't know what's going on. I don't know why they're doing it, but it's really, really frustrating to play in. But as you can see, some certain areas of the map are going to look absolutely fine, so I really don't know what's going on there. I imagine it's just a zombies problem in general, like they've just messed something up. The graphics have gone a bit funny, but maybe not. Maybe it is just me. I'm not too sure. But let's test it on a tier 2 zombie. Okay, so the armored zombie, it's not going to break armor on. Helps if you hit your shots. Yeah, Harry, it's going to help if you hit your shots to actually test it. So it doesn't even look like it's going to do a 1-shot. This is going to be a 3-shot in the tier 2 zone. Right, so let's tier 1 pack-a-punch it now. Looks like we are still just going to get the 1 shot, unfortunately, but it should start doing a little bit more damage. It looks like it's doing some sort of explosive damage now, actually. As you can see, when I shoot the zombies, it looks like it's going to do like a massive bit of damage to them. It's going to knock them down rather than just taking away their health and do this like explosion animation of a cloud of smoke, which is very, very interesting. I'm not too sure why it's doing it like that. I'm not too sure what pack-a-punching does that makes it do that. But it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a weird one. It looks like it's going to be really good for knocking down zombies. So if you was like... Which is probably going to make this gun a little bit more usable, if I'm totally honest. Because if we can obviously knock them over, then, you know, it doesn't matter how quickly the gun shoots, because you are going to be able to do it a little bit. Wait. Hold on. Is it explosive rounds? Because I just shot the floor then and killed like 3 zombies. I'm really, really confused on how this is going to work. So if I get close to a group of zombies and maybe shoot the floor... Oh my gosh, it actually looks like it might be... Okay, so when you pack-a-punch it, it gives it explosive bullets. This is a bit of a game changer. I didn't know what to expect with this gun, and it certainly wasn't explosive bullets that blow up a good radius of area when you shoot the floor against the zombies. So again, as you can see, I won't shoot the zombie. I'll shoot the floor just in front. It's going to knock them over. We can then just quick-scope the floor again. This is kind of crazy, because if we get a big horde of zombies together, like we're just about to right now, we can just shoot the floor and it's going to knock them all over and slow them all down. Then we can continue to just shoot the ground and it's going to knock them over again. Like, this is kind of crazy. I don't know why this is what this gun does, but it seems to be explosive rounds once you pack-a-punch. As you can see, I'm shooting the floor. I'm not shooting at the zombies. I'm just purely shooting the floor. Okay, this is interesting. This is very, very interesting. I was expecting this gun to be powerful and strong, but not to have explosive bullets when we shoot at the floor. So let's tier 2 pack-a-punch it now. We'll see what sort of damage we can do to the tier 3 zombies. Of course, these are still tier 2 zombies. Doesn't look like it's going to be that strong either way. Like, even just against the tier 2 zombies at tier 2 pack-a-punch, doesn't look like it's going to be ridiculously strong. But it's a really weird one. Like, you just shoot at the floor, and it's going to do damage to the zombies on the floor. I don't really know what to say about this. Like, it doesn't seem to do that great a damage when you actually hit a zombie. Like, the damage that it does really isn't that strong, to be, from what it looks like anyway, when you hit a zombie. But it's just going to do this crazy explosive damage. Like, I really wasn't expecting this sort of damage to come out of this gun. I'm going to go down there. I need to be very careful. I did go down. I wasn't even paying attention to having a self-revive or anything. Okay, guys, so luckily it looks like someone is going to come along and revive me, which is absolutely perfect. There we go. We are now back up again. But yeah, this is just a really weird weapon so far. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to try and join their squad. There we go. They did invite me. Perfect. But you can just see, like, the damage that it does is just not that great. I'm going to be totally honest. It's really, really not that great. Like, even against the tier 2 zombies, I'm tier 2 Pack-a-Punch with a legendary Aether tool on. And it's just very low damage. Like, it really doesn't do a lot of damage to the zombies that we're fighting. Again, this floor graphic is starting to really, really frustrate me as well. I'm going to go down again. Oh, my days. This guy... Yeah, so far, I'm not impressed with the gun in the slightest as of right now. I will tier 3 Pack-a-Punch it as well to, you know, see if that's going to make any other difference to the gun. But so far, I'm really, really not impressed. I thought it was going to be pretty powerful. It's good in Warzone. It's great in multiplayer. And in zombies, it just seems to do no damage. So, luckily for me, my team just keep rezzing me. But it's an interesting gun, right? The concept behind it and Pack-a-Punching it is very, very interesting. The fact that it gives you these explosive bullets. It's going to do damage to the zombies. Like, it's going to do a really, really big radius of damage. But I just don't understand what the thought process was behind these explosive bullets. It's super, super strange. I do want to definitely test it on a high value target or a, you know, a boss zombie in the game just to see what sort of damage it's going to do there. So we're in the tier 3 zone now. Again, it's not tier 2 Pack-a-Punch. I really don't know what's going on with this game right now. It is all over the place. Like, I really can't quite work out what's going on with the graphics. It's actually horrendous what's going on. So far, do I think this gun is good and worth using? At the moment, no. We haven't tier 3 Pack-a-Punched it yet, so it might get a little bit better. We've not tried it against a boss zombie yet either, so it could get better. There's potential for this gun to get a little bit better. Do I think it's going to get crazy better? No, but we can test it out. I'm going to carry on trying out the gun, seeing what sort of stuff we can get up to with it. But I did also get speed cola there as well, so, you know, it's going to increase the speed and the bolting accuracy, so... You know, it might become a little bit better and a little bit stronger, but at the moment, it's not looking too good. Like I said, the concept of it is very interesting. It's not a bad idea behind the way the gun works. Like, I can see what they've tried to do, giving it explosive rounds and explosive bullets. It's just not paid off the way I think they maybe were hoping for it to, because as you can see, this is a legendary Aether tool, tier 2 Pack-a-Punch weapon in the tier 3 zone. Usually... That's enough to do good damage to the zombies, but it just doesn't look like it's going to do any sort of damage to the zombies. Like, it seems very, very weak. Like I say, in the other game modes, it's one of the stronger snipers. Like, it is a very, very strong gun. Especially in multiplayer, you can hit, like, foot shots and take out your opponent with one shot. Warzone, you can get one-shot kills with it. I just don't quite know what's going on. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the graphics in this game, let alone with this sniper. So I'm sorry if this video seems a bit all over the place with the way the graphics are working, but there's quite literally nothing I can do about it. I'm just driving through the floor right now. I don't really know what part of the map I'm at. Like, I know my normal route with this contract, but it's just a very, very weird way that this gun is playing out right now and the game's playing. But let's try against the Mimic. See what sort of damage we're going to be able to do. It doesn't really look like we're going to do any sort of damage, to be honest. Yeah, it looks like we're going to do no damage to that Mimic whatsoever. Let me get some plates on and try and get away from it, and we'll re-fight it again. I mean, even against the boss zombies, like, I was hoping that maybe that's where it was going to maybe thrive, and that's maybe where it's actually going to get a little bit better, but even now it just doesn't seem to be doing anything. Like, again, we can shoot the floor and take the zombies out, which I guess does something, but... So it took us a lot of shots, really, to take that Mimic down. It did take us a lot of bullets to actually go ahead and actually finish it off. So, I don't really know. I mean, the gun at the moment really isn't impressing me. Like I said, I do want to try and tier 3 Pack-a-Punch it. I'd also love it if my game graphics were working properly, but I don't think that's also going to happen in this game either. But then I get to an area like this where it's pavement and it just seems to be working absolutely fine. So I don't really know what's going on. But again, we can just spray at the floor and spray at the zombies that are around us. And okay, it's going to slow them down and stop them actually getting to us, but it just... I don't know, it just... I can see why it could work. Like, there's certain areas that this gun's probably very useful, to be honest. But at the same time, it's a lot of areas where this gun isn't going to be very useful, if I'm totally honest. I don't know. I don't know my thoughts on it right now. Is it good? No. I mean, I'm just going to give a straight-up answer straight away. Is it going to be a usable gun? No, you're not going to be using this. You're not going to be jumping on it straight away. You're going to be in situations like that where you're going down all the time. It's just not the ideal weapon. It's got a good idea behind it, but the damage needs to be increased crazy, crazy amounts for this gun to even think about being good. Like, it's nowhere near being a good weapon. It's nowhere near being overpowered or anything like that. Which is really unfortunate, because I really thought loading into this game that this gun was going to be good. I had a feeling inside of me that this gun was actually going to be really, really good, going to be overpowered, you know, going to do good damage to the zombies. Alright, it would still be a one-shot, and you're still going to have to use a bolt-action sniper. But I thought maybe it could be usable. It maybe could be a good gun, but it just does not seem to be the case whatsoever, unfortunately. As you've seen, I've gone down a few times already. I'm having to use my field upgrades to try and actually kill the zombies, because the sniper isn't really doing it. But I mean, here you can sort of like stop the zombies climbing up, I guess, which is kind of useful, but it just doesn't do that much damage to the zombies that are climbing up. That's the problem with it. If it was maybe a two-shot, you knock them with the first shot, and then you can kill them with the second shot, it might not be so bad. But it's taken about 4 shots on every zombie to actually manage to do any sort of damage to them, which is not ideal. But again, we're not tier 3 Pack-a-Punch yet. We do have a legendary Aether tool on it, though. I need to remember that. We do have a legendary Aether tool on. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It is definitely interesting. It's not quite how I thought the gun was going to play out. I didn't expect it to have some explosive damage on the magazines or anything like that. But like I said, it's not bad in this sort of situation where you can just spray and just hold the zombies off because they keep falling over, and you can just keep knocking them over so they can't actually climb up. In that sort of situation, it's not terrible. But when it comes to actually fighting a zombie or doing any sort of damage to a zombie, it's not the best. It really, really isn't the best, which I'm disappointed about. I was really hoping it was going to be a lot better than what it is. But it's like there. So we've hit him once, we've hit him twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. I mean, the fact that I'm having to shoot a zombie 5 times is absolutely criminal. And if I was using an assault rifle, okay, 5 times seems about right. But a sniper is crazy that it's going to be a 5-shot to actually take one out of the game. So we've got a Mega Abomination bounty target, and I mean, I guess we'll go and see what sort of damage we can do to it. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I don't think we need to do anything crazy to it, to be honest. We can't even knock the Mega Abomination down. I don't think we'll be able to slow it down. But we're going to get over there. We're going to see what we can do to it, see if we can do any damage to it. I really don't see this going too well, if I'm totally honest with how this gun's been playing so far. And again, I'm back in the ground of the game. I just don't understand what is going on with my graphics right now. It's really confusing. It's ever since this new season update has come out. So far in this new season, I've got bugged out graphics. I've got a gun that doesn't do any damage. Okay, so it's going to fire its lasers. This is what damage we can do to its head while it's open. Probably just going to knock me, to be totally honest. It doesn't look like we are going to do any good damage as of there. So I don't think we even did get the head pop. Doesn't look like we did. It's not a great start, if I'm honest. It's really not a great start. The fact I couldn't even get a head popped. Again, I know it's only tier 2 Pack-a-Punch. We've not tier 3'd it as of right now. But there's a critical shot. We don't even get the critical damage. But there's another head open. Like, let me just keep focusing the head. Like, my teammates are managing to pop them. But this sniper just is not doing the business. It really is not doing what I would hope for a brand new weapon to be doing. A sniper of this build, like, it's a heavy bolt action sniper. It feels like it should be doing a lot more damage than what it is. Like, there's no way I would even think about taking this into the Dark Ether zone. So if you think I'm doing that, I'm definitely not. So we're still not managing to do any damage to this Mega Abomination here. I really don't get what's going on. Like, this gun is just absolutely horrendous. I'm not going to lie. I thought it might be maybe good against bosses or something like that, but at the moment, it just does not feel like it's going to be good against anything, unfortunately. We've done all right damage to it. Like, it is getting through the health, but it's just not doing much to it. And I do apologize if you can hear fireworks in the background. I don't really know why people are letting fireworks off on some random day, but they are. And I say we're doing okay damage to this gun. We're really not doing good damage at all. I'm just trying to justify this weapon to be semi-decent, but it just really isn't. Like, let's be real. The gun just really isn't anything special. Like, this has got to be one of the slowest Mega Abomination fights I've had in a long, long time. I mean, I don't even know what guns my teammates are using, but they're even struggling to take it down with whatever they're using. But I'm going to go ahead and tier 3 Pack-a-Punch it and just hope and pray that tier 3 actually does something to this gun that's going to make it even the slightest little bit usable within this game. Because as of so far, the only good thing that is on this gun at the moment is these explosive rounds that are going to slow the zombies down and take them to the ground. But other than that, I really do not know what you would use this gun for so far. It's a little bit like using the grenade launcher when that would just sort of knock the enemies down, or a launcher that would just take them down. Like, it's good for slowing down zombies. Like, if you're in a situation where there is a lot of zombies, you can just shoot the floor and it is going to completely slow them down, which isn't a bad thing. like there, I can just slow them down and keep running and get away from them, which is like the only area that I'm finding this gun to be semi-useful for. Like that is the only thing at the moment that this gun has actually looked good for. And again, what do you really need zombies to be slowed down for? You could just use a more powerful gun that's going to take the zombies out of the game instead. But let's go up in tier 3 Pack-a-Punch it and see if somehow tier 3 Pack-a-Punching it might make a little bit of a difference in this tier 3 zone. So we've got a zombie there. It looks like it's still just going to knock them, take them 3 or 4 shots to take them out. I mean, it's not even one shot in Hellhounds, which is kind of crazy if I'm totally honest. Like, 2 shot at a normal zombie. I mean, it does feel a little bit stronger. It definitely feels like against the regular zombies, if you're hitting headshots, it seems like it might actually one-shot them. But the other annoying thing about it is the fact that by using it... Right, Mega Abomination. Let's actually test if we can get a head down on this thing now. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to at all. But yeah, the other annoying thing with it is this massive cloud of smoke that it lets out. Like, you can't see what you're shooting at. If you've knocked everything down, you then can't see what you've actually knocked over. So it's... I don't know. It's just a very strange addition to the game, to be honest. I really can't work out why the gun plays like it does. I mean, it might be even more, it might be a little bit more useful if you could see what you were shooting at, but it just puts this massive cloud of smoke up and stops you seeing anything. So, I mean, to be fair, it's doing all right damage to the Meg. I'm not going to lie. It's not doing the worst damage. So, at tier 3 of a Legendary Aether Tool, it seems to be a little bit more usable. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's good at all, because it's really not that great. Like, it realistically shouldn't be taking as long as it is to take down a Mega Abomination. Like, you guys know what a good gun is at taking down a Mega Abomination by now. And this sniper just... It just isn't it, right? It just isn't it. I was hoping once the zombies were doing really bad, I was hoping that taking down bosses might be where this gun's actually pretty good, but it still doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. So let me go and help my teammate with the Mega Abomination bounty. Okay, so now I have an insta-kill. The gun's obviously going to be amazing, because you can just shoot at the floor and do insane damage, but... You're not always going to have insta-kill. It would be great if you always had insta-kill and it done that sort of damage, but it doesn't. So, I'm really not going to recommend any of you guys go and use this gun. I wouldn't recommend, you know, leveling it up, taking it into zombies. If you wanted to use it maybe to slow the zombies down, you possibly could. But other than that, I don't really understand why this would be your go-to weapon of choice. I don't know why you would decide to take this in over any other gun within the game, to be honest. Like, literally any other gun in the game is probably going to be better than this sniper rifle. It is... I'm disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I actually am really disappointed. I thought this gun was going to be really good in zombies. I thought it might be able to do a little bit of damage. I thought it might be pretty powerful. Even if it was just against the boss zombies that it was powerful, I thought that maybe this gun might have been a little bit more powerful than what it was. But even there, like, I can't get a Mega Abomination's head to pop, and I'm 2 centimeters away from it with a 50 cal sniper rifle. It doesn't make sense on why the damage is so low on this gun. Like, even here, doing critical shots to it where I can, it's like, the damage just doesn't seem to be that strong still. It really doesn't seem to do... Oh my god, I've gone down again with this gun. The damage just does not seem to be good on this whatsoever. Like, it really, really doesn't seem to be good. So, I think I'm going to leave today's video there, guys. I mean, the gun just... Yeah, it's a real disappointment. I thought the gun was going to be a lot better than what it was. But unfortunately, it looks like the gun really isn't going to be that great. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below, guys. Can you see any use for anyone using this gun? Could you see yourself using this gun for any particular reason? Please do let me know in the comments below. Like I said, really disappointed. I thought it was going to be a lot better than what it was. I can see the idea behind it. I don't mind the fact it's got these explosive rounds. I just wish they'd done more damage. Like, it seems like a pretty useless gun at the moment. But if you guys have enjoyed today's video, as always, be sure to smash a thumbs up, as it helps me out way more than you guys can imagine. Check out the rest of the channel for a whole bunch of zombies content and some actual good classes that you guys could go ahead and use in zombies that might actually improve your game. And if you guys do go on to enjoy the rest of the videos on the channel, make sure to subscribe with notifications to not miss any more of the videos that do go live. If you do want to become a member to the channel, you can click the join button next to subscribe, and you can become a member to the channel, which helps support me immensely. But I appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end. Have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one in a bit. Peace.